Hello and good day to you, my saucy little sauce. How did I catch it and then drop it? Thank you so much for all the love on my previous video. You guys are just, I don't know if you're just like my mum and just want me to do really, really well and just say, you're doing great, sweetie, even when I'm doing shit. Or if you're like, genuinely, you spoke about your shopping really, really well and I loved it. Overall, I'm here for the energy and we're gonna continue this journey on YouTube. So I've got a fair amount on today. I've got a few client sign-ups to do this morning. Then I'm gonna go and do my own training. And then I've got a whole afternoon of content recording. So I'm starting off my, fucking hell. So I'm starting off my day with my oats. If you watched the first video and you're like, Rachel, you said that these were overnight oats. They're meant to be, but I am really forgetful. So I forgot to make them overnight, so I'm gonna make them this morning. The good news is this is how I can show you how to make protein porridge in a way that doesn't taste like fucking sand. Before I go into that, I'm just gonna talk about the importance of weighing your food. I know it's fucking boring. However, when you're first getting started into tracking especially, bet my left titty, you have no idea what a single portion actually looks like. And when we eyeball it, it's just really easy for bigger portions to come in. Honestly, just weigh a portion of pasta and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, granted, there's probably some stuff that you can eyeball a hell of a lot easier. I'm probably not gonna be weighing things like cucumber, lettuce, spinach, spices, because I know from previous tracking experience that there's not that many calories to them. But things like your starchy carbs, your fats, so things like peanut butter, if you don't weigh this, you can really easy shag your calories. Anyway, on to Elite Protein Oats recipe. So you put your milk and your oats in together, turn on the, how does this turn on? Oh, it is on. Just leave that to cook. Sick. So now that's cooked, we need the magic ingredient. Frozen fruit. This is magic for two reasons. One is because it is lower calorie and you get quite a lot of food volume with it. It's gonna bulk up this portion to be like a portion size that I actually wanna eat. I'll fill up my tummy. I'm gonna fuck that in there, stir that in and make sure that defrosts. Now the second reason why this is bloody magic is because I don't know the science behind this. This is completely Henley Fitness science. But I think it cools down the oats. And so then when you go and mix the protein powder in it, for some reason that doesn't make it go grainy. It goes super, super smooth. Because I don't know about anyone else. I always find when I cook oats and then put protein straight in it, it literally just goes to like this sandy, gloopy texture, which is minging. We're gonna pop in. There's an alarm going off. And that really concerns me here because I'm staying right next to a volcano. And I don't know what the volcano alarm sounds like. I don't think it's an active one. I think we'll probably be fine. So just mix that in. Start off, it looks disgusting. And you're like, what the fuck have I done? But eventually it does mix in. If you look at that now, how much food volume we've got from just a measly portion of oats with that introduction of the fruit. Time for le presentation. Peanut butter on there. Make my protein all fat and sassy. But voila, for around 450 calories, we have 40 grams of protein. Let's go for the taste test. I rate that a solid 8 out of 10. Now something I find super fucking helpful for sticking with my nutrition is having your routine meals. So like my breakfast, lunch and snacks, they're often very similar each day. There'll probably be like 1 or 2 options for each of those meals. And then with that, I usually divide like those baseline meals and my dinner with my daily calories. So where I'm aiming between 16 to 1700 calories at the moment, I always like to have around 600 to 800 calories at dinner, maybe pushing that closer to 1000 if I'm like going out in the evening. And so I work back through the rest of my day. So if I want 700 calories in the evening, the rest of the day I'll have like a budget of around 1000 calories, which quite often for me is a big breakfast because I like to train just after breakfast, and then a medium lunch and like a protein shake or something for a snack. This isn't saying that this is what you should do or what you have to do. It's just a routine that always has my back. And also, yeah, I am eating this with a little spoon. Something as well, when you're reducing calories especially, that can help your meals go further, and this does sound pathetic because it is a little bit pathetic, is that if you slow down your eating, it's much easier to tune into your hunger and fullness signals. And if you're in a deficit, you're more likely to be hungry at points. So it's very, very easy to go up to a meal and like inhale it like a fucking seagull on edibles. If you're using like a little spoon, it forces you to slow down. So a team little spoon over here. And we're gonna go chase that down with a Spot of creatine. This is a question I get asked all the bloody time of, do I take creatine? Is creatine worth it? And the answer is yes, I take creatine, and yes, I think it's worth it. It's a pretty well fucking studied supplement, the most studied supplement in the sport industry. It can help the strength, power, performance of your body, and all those things turn me on a little. Now, while all of this is digesting, I'm gonna go and do some programs for some people, and then I'm gonna get my butt to the gym. And voila, we are in the gym. Got an upper body workout to be doing today. I've had like 2.5 weeks off of training because I was doing some adventure bits in New Zealand. So this is probably gonna feel fucking wank. The gym that I'm at the moment is around a 35-minute walk from where I'm staying. So my warm up was pretty much a brisk walk in the heat. I'm gonna do a couple of dynamic movements just to kind of warm my shoulders up because they're feeling a little bit wanky this morning. To be honest, what I would say, the best thing that you can do to warm up, do a little bit to kind of get your core temperature up. Walk into the gym, do a little walk before you start. If you are feeling particularly stiff, maybe a couple of minutes of like dynamic movements. And then really the most important part and the place you want to spend most of your time warming up is just doing the first movement that you're going to do, slowly building that load up over 2 to 3 warm-up sets. I'm feeling pretty fresh and limber and ready to get into some warm-up sets. So I'm going to go and crack on with my first exercise, which is a shoulder press. Pretty common question I have is, how do I have the confidence to be recording in gyms? Honestly, it feels fucking dreadful a lot of the time, especially at the moment where I'm traveling around a lot. I'm like in a new gym every couple of weeks. So this is the second time I've come to this gym and I'm being a wanker with a tripod and a camera. Quite often when I come into a new gym, I will sit on the cardio machine and like psych myself up to do some recording because yeah, it's just freaking anxiety inducing. And I think that's the thing about confidence as well. It's like, I think so many people are like, how are you that confident? Or like, how are people more confident? And it's like quite often I think confidence is earned. In that I wasn't confident the first time I went into the gym, but by going to the gym more over months, years, it just feels more comfortable. When I first started recording in gyms, horrific. But the more I've done it, the more confident I've got, and I don't think that's a coincidence. So if you're thinking I'm not confident enough to do something, that's okay. Maybe just do something a little bit easier to get yourself in that environment. So if you're not confident enough to get into the gym, to do a whole weights workout or something along those lines, there's no harm in just starting with the cardio machines or just doing the machines, and then slowly over time get yourself to do some more of the free weight exercises. It's like, don't run before you can walk, you know? Okay, so I feel warmed up now. I was hoping to be able to move some 22 kgs today, but that last warm-up set felt very, very fucking heavy. Go to a shower. Whew. Well, that was an RP of 8.5, I would say. So 1, maybe 2 reps in the tank. And certainly with this first week of getting back into some training, I'm not really looking to go all the way to failure because soreness is probably going to be a little bit higher this week anyway. I don't want to make it so like my next sessions are impeded by me just training like a bit of a dick.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, that was stupid. Let my ego run away a bit there. Just promise not to tell my mum. That's it. Back. There we go. I'm getting a bit sweaty now. I just wall twisted myself, that was an ick. 3 sets of 8 to 12 on pull downs. When it comes to logging my training, I use just Google Sheet and I'll log the weight I'm lifting, how many reps for, and the RPE. So the RPE is the rating out of 10 of how hard I found that set. 10 being, could not have got another rep, trained to failure, my bollocks fell out my arsehole. RPE of 9 is like, could have got another rep. RPE of 8, could have got 2 reps. And then I'll probably put a 0.5 in there as well. So if it's like an 8.5, it's like definitely could have got at least 1 more rep. maybe could have squeezed out too. And there's definitely people that see progress without doing that, but personally I find it's really fucking helpful to be able to see your progress, which is super motivating. Whereas if I don't have that log, it's much easier to guess, because yeah, if I do see that over like 3-4 weeks, like not a single number on any of my sets has gone in a way that's preferable, like the RPE has come down, my weight's gone up, or my reps have gone up, that's data I want to know about to see if there's anything that I can do to help that. Any of my clients will be logging their data as well for that exact reason. Last set. Wish it was like more socially acceptable to have a nap mid-workout, but we've got some rows here. I'm looking to work more of the upper back with this one. When I'm going through this row, I'm going to think about keeping those elbows a little bit more flared and then squeezing those shoulder blades together at the top. Oh yeah. Lovely jubbly. So I don't know which of you eagle-eyed eyes would have noticed. I try to be a bit more powerful in the concentric, slow and controlled and brutal in the eccentric, rather than just like releasing the eccentric super quickly or not even getting that full stretch in the first place. And if you haven't caught that, I'll just quickly show you with this set here. I'm coming up thinking about spreading up, squeeze, and then slowly come back down to start getting that full stretch again before. It just feels so fucking erotic. Battery on my camera is dying, so I'll probably leave more training waffle in between sets for a future vid. But to finish off, we've got some machine chest press, tiny bit of arms. So fucking finish this thing off. First up, we're training the titties with some machine press, and I fucking love a machine press. I find you can get really close to failure with a lot of stability. Same as what I was doing with those other lifts. I'm going nice and slow on the eccentric and then exploding out, and then straight into an incline cable curl. Fucking love this movement. Get a real gnarly stretch in the bicep in the bottom part, and it just feels absolutely brutal. You won't need a lot of weight on this, trust me on that. Obviously having a little boogie in between sets, and then going into the tricep cross cable push down. Definitely a thirsty angle, not intentional. But I like to do a mega mechanical drop set here. So you step back from the machine, go through it, absolutely annihilate yourself, get yourself to failure. I know I wasn't meant to be training to failure today, but I just started having fun with it, so it's where we are. Once you've hit failure in that position, step close to the machine, go to failure again. Oh, honestly, your arms feel like fucking spaghetti in all the right ways. So despite the best efforts of my camera, we managed to get through that workout, and it felt really bloody good. That was a really bloody good workout. I love an upper body workout. I could do upper body every day, all day, and just be living my best life. Get me doing anything lower body, I want to fucking slap a bitch. If I want to have those thick thighs that save lives, apparently I actually have to do something about it, which is really annoying. POA for the rest of the day. Half an hour walk home, eat my lunch. I've got about 3-4 hours of work to do before I can chill with dinner and have a bit of wind down time before bed. So I'll catch you in a bit.